land is called Alofaki Helotu, which in English we can say, it's a bringing into safety of the people of the gospel. And that piece of land is where we come from. So it's where we come from. The other side of the story, that when the London missionaries were in Tonga, they landed on the side of, help me here, Kelly, east or west side, where Kolowai is?
West.
In the west. And the high chief there did not welcome the missionaries. He planned to kill the missionaries. But one of the chief wanted to take them into safety. So he allowed some of his men to put those missionaries in a canoe. And they were silently taken across the beach from Kolowai all the way to the downtown area into the piece of land close to the palace. And that piece of land called Alofaki Helotu, which where we come from. So the stories are two. It's about the missionaries landing, arrival in Tonga, in that piece of land. And we are so proud that we belong to that piece of land. All of us. Because that's where Mele Sikimeti, Rev Iunisi Tovo's mother was born. And where my father was born and their siblings were born. Their seeds were placed in that particular place that we called Alofaki Helotu. So when we have our reunion started, we have not seen our Auntie Mele Sikimeti's children. Only two of the girls that we met that they came to Tonga and Dr. Ebeli Hauofa. But two of the children, Roger Hauofa and Iskeli Hauofa, never came back to Tonga. And we have not met them. But we heard the story that they fell in love with the women of here, Papua New Guinea. And they stayed back here, and they have children, great-grandchildren, and all are here. So we decided, instead of them coming to Tonga, we brought the family here and the continuation of our legacy. And that's why we are here today. It's from our heart that we are warmly welcome in this place. And certainly, the God Spirit is here. And that's what we want to continue in this legacy, the missionaries in our family. My father was a missionary too. He was sent to Fiji in Loma Loma to begin the Methodist Church that is now pastored by the Tongan Conference. He was the first to start that church in Loma Loma, Fiji. So he was sent there in 1937, and Mele and Iskeli were sent there in 1931. The legacy started with their parents, who was a missionary too, but he was sent to another province back in Tonga. He passed there, and his ashes were still in there. That's the marking point of this family. We are so proud to be here today in collaboration with the family of Mele and Isikeli Hauofa. We know the story about Ezekiel, that he prophesied and all those bones came together and God gave the joints to all of the dead bones, and they become human. Mele was the mother of Christ. They were sent here for a mission to mend the broken bones in this country. And we are so proud that our nephew, Keno Siale, has been in this place, and he started, to mend the broken bones in this country. And we are so proud to be one of the legacy from this piece of land. With all of us here, I stand here and see my nieces and my nephews from my auntie who remain in this country and work so hard, gave their heart to the people they love, to continue the legacy of the the great parents that left the country and came here. We heard so many horrible stories about your country. But once we entered here, we felt the blessing. We feel the love. We feel the spirit. And we feel the oneness of brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm glad I'm not preaching because you did a good job. But I know that when we are here, we can feel the spirit of oneness in us. God called anyone. He called anyone and qualified them. Jesus didn't call the qualified people or the educated people. He called people as fishermen to fish for people. From my side of the family, that we are here, you know you sit on a pot of gold. There's a legacy in you to step up and help up Colonel Siale into rebuilding this country from the legacy that you know is deeply enrooted in you. It's rare for me to become a pastor because I'm the fourth of the children. I know that my father maybe wasn't happy about female clergies at his time. But when I received my call, I said no. It wouldn't happen to me because I'm the fourth in the family, and I know a lot of mistakes. But God has keep on bugging me, and the day that I accepted, I know the change in my life. And I know the change that I make in some of the people's life. Today I'm serving at a church in the north of California. They are all English-speaking congregation. They're all white people, the Palangis. But you know what? God has given us the authority to step on fear and get out there and just spread the word of God. You come to me as you are, and I'll give you the word into your mouth, and you go preach it. Amen. So here we are today, hearing the authority. Step on fearfulness and give God yourself and your mind and soul, and God will give you the rest. Because He loves us all, and there's nothing we can do about it. Amen to that. I'm thankful for the worship that we started today. Because the problem today for us parents, because we think we know the best for our kids. The kids know what's best for them. And one thing they like is praise and worship. Hallelujah. Methodist Church, I know that we are very serious. We just sit still and keep holy. At those days, but these days, if we still want to sit and be holy, the kids will be outside and find where holiness is. But when we bring the kids with band and things with music, the kind of music they like, there is nothing we can do about it because God is there for us. And with that one, thank you from my heart and from our family and to you all. And today, family, there's a call is still with us. Think about it. Think about it. If you belong to the Tovo and Hauofa family, the Ma'o family, and all the family in us, the legacy is here. We are so proud. Colonel Siale will pray for you. Maybe someday I'll come back and another soldiers then will come in and pick me up from the board. I like the story about the Good Samaritan. I like the story of the Good Samaritan. When the injured person, the wounded one, was laid by the side of the road, the pastor came, looked away, steward come, same thing. But a stranger came and said, the thing that touched me, said, he was lying plain sight. He was not hidden behind the bushes or behind the walls. He was just laying there. Colonel Siale, you step up. I think, I'm not politics, but I think for a long time, people's need will just lie there in plain sight and no one did anything about it. Someone has the power, the authority of God, has been called to look at what is needed to be done to that person. You do not wait for someone to help you, but just there, and you to help carrying that person and pay for what it's. You will pay with your life sometimes, but it was laid there in plain sight. Brothers and sisters, that's my little 3 cents now. And thank you all for our welcoming. And Siala wants us to sing a Tongan song. However, some of us are half Palanis. And some of us, half Papua New Guinea, half Tongans, and half German, half Tongans. Boy, we have a lot of halves. But we'll try. We'll try our best. God be with us and God bless us.